Post list patterns allow you to pull in a stylized feed of your posts. These patterns use what is called the query loop block. Query loop blocks let you filter your list of posts by categories, tags, and allow for adjusting how many posts you want to display. These patterns look great on home pages as a way to show your website visitors your latest content. Let's go over how to add these patterns to the page and how to adjust its settings. First, when editing a page or post, go ahead and click the blue plus icon in the upper left-hand corner. Then select the Patterns tab and select the Post List menu. There are several different options to choose from, but for now we're going to use this one. Once you click on it, it will insert it into the post where your cursor was. Now that the pattern is added to the page, we can go ahead and adjust the settings in the query loop block. To find the query loop block settings, go to the list view using the icon in the upper left-hand corner of the screen. From here, you'll want to locate the query loop block inside of the list view. Usually it's nested within another block, so in this case it's nested under Cover and under the Group block. Once you've clicked on the query loop block to select it, this allows you to see the settings toolbar and sidebar for the block. So here is the toolbar, and then if I expand the sidebar over here for settings, now I have access to the settings for that block under the block tab. By default, the query loop block will display the latest 6 posts from your site. You can adjust this by clicking on this icon here that says Display Settings, and then adjusting items per page. Another helpful setting can be found in the sidebar under Filters. Here you can select taxonomies, and by doing so you can actually start filtering your post list with a category that you've set for your posts. So for example, I can search for the WordPress category. And now my feed will only display posts that have that category set. Notice that one of my posts does not have an image. That's because I haven't set a featured image for this particular post. Keep in mind that these post list patterns will look better if you set your featured image for each post you make on your blog. Just like with the query loop block, you can also adjust anything else that's been inserted with the page pattern. So we can go here to where it says latest post and we can type in latest articles. Or we can even remove this header altogether. You will also want to check out this button that's inserted below with your posts. This should link to a page that has all of your posts listed on it, like an archive or something like that. So in order to link that, you would simply go to this button right here, click on the link icon, and you would search for the page that you've set up to be your articles page. Of course, you also have the option to remove the button if you want to. So to do that, the easiest way is to go into my page list view over in the left, and then find that buttons block. And I can hit the 3 little dots here, and then choose the Remove Buttons option down here. Another block that's included with this one is a No Results block. So basically, if your query loop, for whatever reason, doesn't bring in any posts, this is the message that will be displayed. You can always adjust this if you want to. One more thing I want to show you is that you can actually add a featured post onto your page. And so the featured post would be like visually more like eye-catching. It's bigger than the list of posts that we see here. So let me show you how to do that. First, if I go up to the inserter icon at the top left and then click on Patterns and go back to Post List, I can see my options here for feature a post. So there's 2 of these. One has a white background and one has a teal background. I'm going to go with the first one. Okay, so that inserted onto the page. It actually inserted it below my post list, so I'm going to go ahead and move that up. the easiest way to do that is to, again, go back to my list view and then click on this query loop block here to select it. And then I'm just going to use the arrows on this toolbar to move it up. So as you can see here, I've adjusted this query loop block that I inserted into the page to feature my WordPress posts. But you'll notice that because I have two of these feeds on the page, it's kind of redundant. So I have like a big featured post here, but then I also have that same post as the first post here in the list on the bottom. And the easiest way to kind of adjust for that is to select this bottom feed and then adjust it to be offset by one post. So to do that, we're going to go back into our page list view on the left. We're going to expand to find that query loop and click on it. Now with it highlighted on the page, I can go ahead and go to the settings here for display settings in the taskbar. And then I could set the offset to 1. And so what that means is that it will only pull in the latest posts except for the latest posts, like the most recent one. So this is just another way that you can kind of stylize your page feeds.